You ordered a quick dinner, but did your bag come with a side of cancer risk? Today we expose the toxic trio hiding in plain sight at 5 major fast food chains. Potassium bromate in buns, phthalates that leach from plastics and gloves, and PFAS, those forever chemicals baked into wrappers. Stay with me as we name the worst offenders and tie each one to what's in your hand right now. Then I'll show you simple ways to dodge the biggest hits without blowing your budget or your schedule. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great! Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. You may want to finish this video before you finish your fries, because the real flavor boost isn't salt. It's 3 chemicals your body didn't order. Let's start with the lineup. Fast food often brings you potassium bromate in the dough, phthalates that slip in from plastics and gloves, and PFAS baked into wrappers and boxes. Not as a label, not as a warning, just standard kit for speed and shelf life. Here's the real kicker. The US still allows ingredients and coatings that places like Europe, China, and India restrict or ban. Same bun, same wrapper, different rules. What passes at your local drive-thru might not clear a border check. Bromate first. It's a dough conditioner that makes buns rise tall and springy, like a yoga mat makes a gym floor bounce. Global health bodies have flagged it, and animal studies tie it to tumors. It strengthens dough and keeps texture uniform, which is great for a photo, not your cells. Now phthalates. These are plasticizers.
When ordering at the drive-thru, customers are usually thinking about what they're eating, not the packaging their food comes in. Well, you might want to think again. The highest levels of PFAS were found in food packaging from Nathan's Famous, Cava, Arby's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Stop & Shop, and Sweetgreen.
Some research has shown that exposure to certain types of PFAS have been linked to serious health effects.
Heat and grease pull them out of gloves, tubing, and soft plastics. Fatty, fried, and heavily handled items carry more. Think nuggets, fries, and saucy sandwiches that sit warm in contact with plastics while they wait for your order number. PFAS next. The forever chemicals that make wrappers resist oil and sauce. They don't break down fast and can build up over time. That clean, dry bag after a greasy burger? That's chemistry doing its job and sticking around longer than the meal. Evidence backs the trend. Recent studies found phthalates in a large majority of fast food samples and PFAS widely detected in food packaging. Different labs, same theme. Routine exposure through routine orders. Why do they persist? They're cheap, they work, and they keep food uniform while the packaging stays grease-proof. Speed, sameness, savings. Here's your mini payoff. One fast food run can load you with more plasticizers than a week of home cooking. And the wrapper isn't just trash. It's a delivery system when heat and oil do the heavy lifting.
Consumer Reports tested more than 100 food packaging products from 24 retailers for so-called forever chemicals, or PFAS.
Most of it probably came all wrapped up or boxed in one form or another. It's what's in some of that packaging that is raising concern.
In packaging from fast food restaurants and from grocery stores. We even found it in packaging from places that say they're moving away from PFAS.
Some companies stress that with PFAS so common in the environment, it's nearly impossible to eliminate them.
Now let's move on to which chains land you right in the splash zone, and what to skip at each. If all drive-thrus feel the same, here's the kicker. Their chemical fingerprints are not. 5 big names keep popping up across buns, nuggets, wrappers, and cookie bags, and each has a soft spot where the mix of bromate, plasticizers, or PFAS hits harder. You think the risk lives in the patty or the fries, but the bag and the box step in when heat and grease get involved. That's when coatings and soft plastics wake up, move, and mingle with your meal. Let's start with Burger King. Tests have flagged PFAS in certain wrappers, and their buns raise bromate questions. Sandwich builds their show elevated plasticizers compared with peers, especially when warm sauce and soft packaging meet. The fix is simple. Plate it and lose the wrapper time. McDonald's next. Packaging testing has picked up PFAS, and the buns and nuggets sit right in the bromate and plasticizer debate. Studies reported widespread phthalate findings in samples from popular items. If you order here, skip the bag basking and go for items with less handling and less grease.
We are continuing to test the food supply, taking action when warranted, and research is a top priority.
And while PFAS are dangerous over time, the Food and Drug Administration says there is no need for alarm right now.
Currently, our research is not showing any specific scientific evidence that supports recommending consumers avoid particular foods in the food supply.
Polyfluoroalkyl substances, or PFAS, are used in food packaging to prevent grease and water from soaking through food wrappers and cups. The problem is the chemicals used to make them can be ingested and harmful over time.
Wendy's has a nugget problem in comparative testing, with higher plasticizers in play. Burger and dessert packaging has been flagged for PFAS, and buns draw bromate questions too. Hot, fatty, and held items stack the odds, so go cooler, quicker, and grilled when you can. Arby's dessert bags have shown high PFAS in testing, while breads pull in the bromate concern. Sliced meats are not immune to plasticizer migration, especially when packed warm. Toss the bag fast, use a plate, and let hot items breathe before eating. KFC rounds it out. Biscuits and buns raise bromate questions. Fried chicken is a plasticizer magnet, and PFAS shows up in some packaging, though lower than top offenders. Grilled over fried is your best swap here, with less wrapper time and fewer sauces.
So if PFAS are in the packaging, are they in your food?
PFAS can migrate from packaging into food you eat, like that burger wrapped in paper that contains PFAS, or that salad in a molded fiber bowl.
In general, PFAS don't break down in the environment, and they've been linked to serious health problems such as increased risk of some cancers, lower immunity, and liver damage. It's that people who eat takeout regularly may have higher PFAS levels in their blood. Of all of the packaging tested, it's eggs that had some of the highest levels of PFAS. The substance is used to make the packaging grease resistant.
Mini payoff time. Choose grilled, plate your food, and look for chains that promise PFAS-free packaging and bromate-free baking. The solve is simple, cheap, and fast. Eat the meal, not the wrapper. Now let's land the takeaways you can use tonight. The truth is, fast food isn't just calories. It's contact time. Dough conditioners, plasticizers, and grease-proof coatings ride along, and the tally grows week after week. Your fix is simple. Plate your takeout, ask about bromate and PFAS, and favor grilled over fried. Small moves, big dent. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who lives at the drive-thru. Tell them why the wrapper matters more than the sauce. And keep your receipt. Next episode, we test the cleaner chains to see who ditched the forever stuff and who just swapped the label.